Hello and welcome to Eyewitness Report. I'm Jomi Otaiwe. A follow-up on pictures and videos captured by eyewitnesses during the opening of the second Niger Bridge is up now on this week's edition of the program, as well as the unfortunate explosion of a tanker in Ibadan, Oyo State. These and more shortly. It was a huge sigh of relief for motorists and commuters as the federal government opens the second Niger Bridge for use after years of waiting. Even though the 11.9-kilometer bridge is open temporarily to ease movement during the Yuletide season, encomiums are still pouring in on the federal government for taking the decision.
You ready? You ready? Okay.
I feel so happy. At least to reduce the hold up. We've stayed over 1 hour at the other bridge.
Opening it now gives us the ease of traffic that we need, especially during the Yuletide period. And it's something of honor, and we appreciate the efforts being made towards getting it. More cars on the road, and you know what it means. No space. The little space that we have, it's always choked up. So, but with this, it's going to help. It's going to help decongest traffic a lot.
They are about to open the...
Honestly, I'm very, very much impressed with what we saw. The connection of this second Niger Bridge is a very fantastic evolution in Nigeria, and also it's going to help us, most especially at this seasonal period. It will reduce much traffic at the Niger Bridge, which we know. So I think the government, they did wonderfully for making it to be open right now.
What is good is good. You can close your eyes and drive without any gallop, so it's a smooth load, you know. So I'm very, very happy, and thank God the first bridge at least will be at least now.
Yeah, for me, it's a thing of joy. You know, today it's a reality. Though it's not 100% completed so far, what we're seeing is impressive, and we commend the present administration, and we hope they complete it before, as you know, based on the time frame they have given.
Well, the way I'm seeing, everything is okay. We are very, very happy. As you can see, everywhere is free now. So we want to give the thanks to our president, Muhammad Buhari. We are very, very happy for him.
Okay. Sorry.
Before the temporary opening of the second Niger Bridge, the Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, led some officials of the ministry to inspect the infrastructure and assess its readiness for use.
The old Niger Bridge is going to be open, and all vehicles are allowed to use that, especially vehicles going towards Enugu, vehicles going to Onitsha and its environment. It is important to also note that the traffic is going to be one way. We don't want a situation where any vehicle will oppose the flow of traffic. And for that, we've also put some measures in place in terms of improving some of the existing roads for the communities around here to use it to go to their communities and exit their communities without opposing the flow of traffic here.
Sometimes it just takes days to cross the river because the old bridge has been outgrown by our population and our economic size. So a lot of people have talked about the solution, but the Buhari administration decided to implement one, which is to build the bridge, whatever it took. So wherever the funds came from, investment income from our oil assets, repatriation of some funds that were stolen out of Nigeria came in from the US, and the result is now what we see. So when people are talking about poverty and the report of the MBS, you will see that the biggest chunk of it is not the monetary poverty, it's the multi-dimensional poverty. When you spend 2-3 days trying to cross a bridge, that's poverty. Because it should take you just a few minutes so that you can go and do more productive things. The solution to that poverty is now being implemented. As you can see, we're standing on the bridge. There's still a few things to be done, lane marking and all of that, but the bridge is finished. And those of you who drove on it, I'm sure you will help us communicate that. But there's work to be done, to be finished at the interchange on the opposite side, and also on the Asaba side. But it's not a bridge to grandstand. It's a bridge about human beings, about lives. And so we thought, if it is motorable, let us open it. For the period it was meant and conceived for, and beyond that period, so that people can begin to feel that relief. And we can begin to then see the impact on poverty in terms of time spent just trying to cross the river. Of course, it has addressed the monetary side of the poverty equation, just as it will address the multidimensional side, because you will see machines, men, equipment, jobs, and if you come and ask the people who own land here now, they will tell you the value of their land has gone up. Nobody's going to take that money from them. So you will see the impact in the monetary and multidimensional part. But let us be clear. This is a temporary opening to achieve the purpose of relieving that pain and that inconvenience. And we would like your feedback if you get the opportunity to use it, so that we know how best to make it better for you, because it's all about service for us. My job is not to worry about the figures. There's a department, they will reconcile accounts when they finish, and then we will know how much we spend. I think you were there on the 4th of November when we opened the Cameroon Bridge. The final accounts just came. This is what we do when we finish every project. As I said, this is a temporary crossing, and my advice to all of you is just be patient. It might slow down a little bit here and there, but if we are patient, we don't drive against traffic, we observe the rules, it will get us to our destinations in much quicker time than we used to cross the River Niger. And more importantly, I beg of all of you, please drive safely. The maximum speed limit on Nigerian roads is 100 kilometers per hour, not 101. Just stay below 100. I want you to have a Merry Christmas with your families. The President wants that too. So he has asked me to appeal to all of you to please drive carefully, observe the speed limit, and stay alive to witness a happy 2023.
In the southwest, a delegation of the Oyo State government led by the Deputy Governor visits Akpata Junction in Ibadan, the scene of a tanker explosion which occurred on Thursday the 15th of December. Thankfully, no life was lost. However, several shops and goods were destroyed by the fire, which came from a diesel-laden tanker after it lost control and spilled its content.
It looks so painful. All these shops, including all this place, is full of Igbos. So it's like we don't expect it. It's marvelously. So In a situation like this, it's an accidental something. But we don't know what to further ahead. We don't know what to further ahead. It's all left for our Ejoba to see the kind of compensation that he will give to the people that is involved in this kind of incident. Because it's an incident. It's not an intentional act. It's an incident. So in a situation like this, we are pleading and begging for the Ejoba to see what he can do to compensate the people that is involved.
I sell phone accessories and phones. I just I went to market on Tuesday, which I bought market worth of 1.something million. So I came back on Tuesday and I sampled my market day before yesterday. That was Wednesday. This thing now happened yesterday. What I lost here is not less than 5 million. And I'm going with loan. All thing I'm selling here is what I borrowed. So please, I beg government to help me. Because this thing is not unexpected. And I have children and wives, they are eating under me. So if I don't have anything to do, which means I don't know what that will happen to my family.
I will receive a distress call at 6:02 at the secretariat, and we sent our men here. And when we found out that the thing is too much to be handled by us alone, we had to call the other people that can assist us. We called the Somal and the Sweet Co, and which they came to our rescue too, because the tanker was fully loaded. From the information we got that the brake got spoiled, and we should not manage anything that should not be managed.
Today's visit was just to do an assessment and condole with our people who were affected by the inferno. It's devastating and it's massive, but I can assure you that as government, a responsive government at that, we are looking at ways by which we can assuage the damage caused to our citizens in Niger State. And I have done the assessment. I have interacted with the victims of the fire incident, and I have engaged them, and I have suggested a number of steps to be taken. Oyo State government, under the leadership of Engineer Seyi Makinde, will deal with this situation effectively in such a way that the extent of damage will be reduced to the barest minimum.
Na park here.
You drag water. No, let me carry it. I just follow this to the other side. My customer come here, I come give her goods, I come do it before her. So from there, I bag the goods finish. I say I go do the way bill. From there, I come say I enter my house because my house near that side. Before I reach my house, I open my door, say I change my clothes. As I just put my clothes in, and I call just come. They say fire don't enter our building. So me don't know what I will do. Even my shirt, I know even see carry come. I just run, come like that. So as I just reach here, fire door already near my own shop. I don't know what I will do again. So me can't jump. I even went jump for myself. So as I just reach, now I carry small thing come and the rest, fire just burn. You smoke, no lay person enter inside again. So and I newly start self. All things right there, everything burn. I don't know who go fit help me now. I don't know. Yeah, I need help.
So what do you sell?
I sell weavons.
Weavon, that's like, so if you want to give us an estimate of what you lost now,
It's up to 8 million naira because I only buy goods full on this shop, so hair full. So even up to that 8 million naira because hair cost. Even people where we say they give me goods, where we say I never pay for it. All of them are born. So I don't know.
I cannot really say the accolades amount, but I have over 7.5 here. So
7.5
yes, 7.5 million. Yes, from the things I bought, recent one, I'm sure of 7.5 million. So who want to help? Any way he can help, he help.
There were much crowd there. To gain access to this place is another issue, because even people that are onlookers, they are only here to video coverage the incident instead of helping out. Then immediately I received the call. I'm so sure the person that called us at that time might not call immediately the fire happened. Why? Because people fail to take note of the number. We've always been reciting our number. Every time we have program, we recite our numbers and make sure everybody have it. And as you know, the nature of this fire, because of the fire and what is involved, the combustible materials that engulf in flame matters a lot. I think the best way to tackle or reduce the menace of disasters like this is through sensitization, which we have always been doing. Earlier this year, there was a first phase whereby we went out around Aduwawa market and Ramat market to sensitize the public, because that's the major place you can get across to the masses or the citizen. So we did it and it was a success. And some people at the end of it all came to meet us to know what they can do to be safety conscious. And one thing I want us to also note concerning this market fire, this is the period. And there is nothing you can do except to prevent it. And the best way to prevent it is to have the portable fire safety equipment on ground. If you look at this place now, we might not even have a fire extinguisher, because no fire will just start without starting from little. I mean, every fire starts at the incipient stage. So at that point, if you have a fire extinguisher, you'll be able to combat the fire.
That's where we draw the curtains on this episode of the program. But before we go, Christmas is around the corner. So while you celebrate, remember to capture those moments. We'd like to see them in the next edition. I'm Yomi Otaiwe.